Then you have the payment structure. Then you have the XRP crowd, which
Yeah.
also, first of all, just the size of that audience in general. I'm looking at it when we see a potential here for a major retailer like a Chipotle, a Starbucks, anyone really. I mean, Shake Shack kind of went out on the limb with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I tested it at a Shake Shack, didn't work well, or not Shake Shack, a Steak and Shake, didn't work well. We're going to get them on the show to talk about it because the process was kind of clunky. So I asked them straight up, was this was just a PR stunt, you know? And
Interesting. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
my point is this, is if I can't solve my problem of payment with crypto, do you feel like retailers are going to try to start targeting ways to get to a certain audience just because it's a large audience that would bring them into the stores? Or
I
just
think
the
they,
website?
yeah, it's a great question. I think they will start to target more. Now, remember though, retailers have been in the dark for the last
Yeah,
8 years.
that's
They
true.
really have been waiting for some regulation. So we've worked closely with some of our retailers, some of our merchants we've been talking to since 2018. And I'm talking about
Mhm.
enterprise grade merchants.
Yeah,
And that's instructive. Again, much like we pick point of sale in brick and mortar stores, much like we stayed in the US, it's very similar to that. Working with merchants in their compliance departments, we want to talk to those enterprise sized merchants. Of all the enterprise merchants today that accept digital assets, they're all doing it through Flexa because we've stuck with, well, except for one notable exception, which is Tesla.
right.
But so we're talking about a couple dozen enterprise grade merchants who have done it through Flexa. And the reason is we've walked them step by step by step along this regulatory pathway to a point where they now have some confidence thanks to
Yeah,
Genius and specifically thanks to the promise of clarity coming. So they'll know the assets, for example, being spent on their network aren't securities, or they'll know which ones aren't securities. So they can have that confidence. They also have that authority now or trust from the legislation that's coming. And that's why merchants are getting on board today. So I do believe you're right. I do believe they will start targeting the sector more. And I know for a fact this technology is here to stay for them. They've been working on it for years. They're ready for it. They want to build it. They know what the future holds. The future holds digital asset payments. They know. And I think this is to a merchant, whether they want to say it publicly or not.
yeah.
Credit cards and debit cards have a lifespan, and that lifespan is coming to a point where it's ending. Maybe not immediately, maybe not tomorrow, but it is